Hello, welcome to the channel. My name is Tia. I am an intuitive empath, a psychic medium. I'm an energetic healer. I carry the violet flame of healing. I am an angelic human and am also on the twin flame journey. I offer that just as a brief introduction into who I am. If you're new here, welcome. Glad you could join us. If you're returning, welcome back. I'm glad to be back here on YouTube. I did take a 2-month break to do some soul work, some balancing. There was a lot of transition and adjustment and changing that needed to take place over these last couple of months. But as I've been stating in the other videos, there was a big energetic shift that occurred starting a couple days before the new moon in Gemini as I experienced. And I was pulled back very quickly, just as suddenly, energetically. As an intuitive empath, I really do follow my intuitive guidance and I follow the energies. And I was pulled away from social media, from doing readings on these platforms, and have now been called back. Spirit has a lot of information and messages that want to come through for you. If you're new here, as an extension of that introduction, is part of my pathway to use my abilities to support you in your growth. That's why I'm doing these readings here on YouTube. So I hope that they can be helpful for you along your journey. If they resonate for you, fantastic. Please like, share, and subscribe. Let me know. Leave a comment on how they worked for you. Please share the information with others you feel it would be helpful for. And let me know if you're interested in a personal reading. My information will be in the description box. Please let me know if you're interested. Otherwise, we're going to jump into it. If there's anything else, let me think that I need to say. Nope, I think that's it for now. This reading is going to be for Aries. So we're going to check in and see where Aries is starting this new phase. Now, the new moons indicate new cycles, new phases, and the new moon in Gemini is very specifically, big shifts and changes in the human experience and how we live our lives, how we play out our lives, Let's look into how that's working out for you, Aries. So we're going to get overall energy, spirit. How is Aries doing? Emotion and intellect, the Queen of Earth, and the Three of Fire. Wow. Okay. So definitely embracing, I think, the new cycles here with this Three of Fire. You're in a really balanced and stable place. You've balanced body and mind. So your emotions and your thoughts are in very balanced place. Fantastic, Aries. Yeah, you're abundant. There's a very excited energy coming through. Yeah, this Three of Fire, I'm being really drawn to you. You're setting out into a new adventure for yourself. This is the Three of Fire. See how this guy has his knapsack over his back and he's walking out into the unknown, ready to have a new adventure, carried by all this passionate, excited energy. You're in a new place. You're in a new cycle. Let's get more information about this new voyage that you're embarking on. New journey of self, I'm hearing. So you may be actually setting out on an actual adventure, but I did hear journey of self-discovery. Very cool. So we're going to check in on this first card, the emotion and intellect card. Tell us more for Aries about the emotion and intellect card here, Spirit. I am getting overall these are energies that are balanced, but let's see if there's anything that we need to know. The 10 of Wands in reverse, the 5 of Swords in reverse, and the 9 of Cups in reverse. Let's double check these. And then we're leaving this one in reverse. We're going to take that one upright. Okay, I'm feeling a lot more energy with it in reverse. So that's interesting. We'll take a look at that. But I do think that makes sense to me, Spirit. Thank you. So yeah, closing out a cycle where you're experiencing a lot of worry, a lot of a very heavy anxiety. This is about, carrying burdens, and indicated by this 10, which is also indicative. 10s are new cycles. But the fact that it's in reverse tells me this cycle is closed. That's done with. Also, as a confirmation of this, the 5 of Swords, now this indicates conflict, right? Conflict with others, conflict in the mind. Swords are about our mental energies. But the 5 of Swords always indicates to me this is something that is no longer occurring. Do you see how those dudes he's fighting, they've thrown their swords down, they're walking away. So even though you're still maybe armed, you're still feeling the energy from the previous cycle. It's behind you. It's moving in the other direction. Now, this 9 of Cups in reverse, and it was interesting that I was drawn to leave it in the reverse. And what I am getting with that is that you are moving into a new cycle that is going to bring you an immense amount of contentment, satisfaction, plenty, emotional fulfillment. But it's not something that you're necessarily feeling right yet. But with this emotion and intellect card, which really does speak about balance, it's something that is coming in, and that perhaps, you're allowing these past cycles to be released. You're not clinging to the past so heavily. And that is really creating this emotional, mental balance that is going to yield for you in the very near future a lot of serenity, a lot of happiness. Yeah, this is a big journey of self-discovery, and 9s are about that. 9s are about evolution of self. Okay, so overcoming some stuff in the recent past here. Let's check in, Aries, and see with this Queen of Earth. Tell me, Spirit, more about this Queen of Earth. Tell us more for Aries about this Queen of Earth. Ace of Pentacles, the World card, and the Hierophant. We're going to check this Ace of Pentacles. Okay. All right, so I did get more energy to leave it in the reverse, and this is why. So the Ace of Pentacles to clarify the Queen of Earth. You're moving, feeling the movement forward from this to this. You're closing out this old cycle of worry, of fear, of conflict in your life. You're moving into a new place of balance. It's going to yield a lot of promise, a lot of fulfillment, a lot of contentment and security, a lot of growth in self. You're moving into this Queen of Earth energy, stability in the physical plane, and that there are supports that are on their way. There are divine interventions. There are divine gifts, supports that can manifest in a number of different ways, coming into the physical plane. But the fact that it's reversed tells me that it's not quite here yet. Same with this 9 of Cups. It's the new cycle that you're moving into. The World here indicates that, you're closing out an old cycle. You're moving into a very powerful spiritual cycle, is also indicated here by the Hierophant. This is really about you and your connection to the divine. right? The Hierophant is an energy that's about sort of the relationship between the divine and how we engage with the divine in the earth plane. For some of you, I am getting that the new cycle that you're moving into that hasn't quite gotten here is about an offer coming in the physical plane. This could be indicative about a love connection or just a relationship. But with this Hierophant here, it could indicate a very serious connection. The Hierophant can also be suggestive of marriage. And I'm being drawn back to the fact that this is you. You're moving into this new place where you'll be stable in the earth plane. And when you get to that place, you'll manifest this new thing in the physical, that big, huge ace, that big, huge pentacle being offered by that divine hand reaching out from beyond the clouds that hasn't quite gotten here yet. But for some of you, this may be indicative of a romantic connection coming in, but I'm feeling a lot more for more of you. This is about moving forward into a cycle where your relationship with spirituality is going to shift and change. Yeah. And then let's look into this 3 of Fire. Same. And I'm asking Spirit, they say, no, just pull as you are. All right. 3 of Fire, Spirit, tell us more. This is the new beginning. This is the new passionate adventure that you're moving forward into. Tell us more about this 3 of Fire, Spirit, for Aries. 2 of Swords, the 6 of Pentacles in reverse, and Temperance in reverse. We're going to check these. Okay, getting a lot more resonance with the upright. Interesting. Okay, yes, I got it. All right, so they want me to leave the Temperance card in reverse. So you're moving forward, Aries, new adventure on the horizon, right? And really, there's going to be a big need for you to trust your intuitive guidance, to trust yourself, to trust this big leap that you will be taking. Understanding that everything is provided here for you in the physical plane. That's one of the things as you engage with yourself as a spiritual being and you engage more in cultivating a relationship with yourself and God, that spirit, source, creator, however that works for you, okay, these are just words and they can be trappings in and of themselves, but really as you cultivate that relationship between your physical self here in the earth reality and the divine, you're going to learn that you as you trust more in that connection, that you are taken care of, everything is provided for you. The universe has your back. You're not going to be dropped. You will be abundant. You will have plenty in the earth plane. This is also an energy of charity, of being generous with oneself and one time. And as it clarifies the 3 of Fire, what I'm really getting is you're going to realize you can take this adventure. You can take this risk. Something maybe you've never had the guts to do previously, I'm hearing. But that you can do it because you have plenty. You have more than enough. And that you can afford to devote these resources, time, energy, creative focus to something new. With this Temperance, and I was told to keep it in reverse, and it's because overall, you are emotionally and mentally balanced, right? You're going to move into this very powerful phase here in the earth plane where you cultivate more stability, more abundance for yourself. But as you start to embark on this new, whatever is coming for you, there's going to be some emotional upset because it's something new. Right? And they're drawing my attention. So you're moving into this new place. You're going to be the queen of earth, super powerful in that seat, a leader, very nurturing, very abundant in the earth plane. And that there may seem or feel like there's something of regression to move from the Queen of Earth to the Three of Fire. And that'll create some emotional instability for you because, think about the difference between the Queen of Earth and the Three of Fire, right? Queen of Earth, queens are in their castles, they're protected, they have security, they have everything they need. This guy is carrying a knapsack that has everything that he needs as he's embarking on an entire journey. So there's a big difference in the level of resources at each of these figures' disposal. And that as you move from this super solid place and you move out into a new adventure, that there will be an emotional upset because of that shift, right? But ultimately see this progression and know that even though it may seem like a backwards movement from Queen of Earth to the Three of Fire, that this is an entirely new cycle you're beginning because it is a new cycle indicated also here with the World, that you're not going to be the Queen of Earth at the start of that journey. It's good to be here when you're starting out. It's also kind of like this has a youthful, vibrant, youthful energy. Like young people don't have all the answers. They might think they do, right? But they don't necessarily have all the answers, but that doesn't prevent them from breaking free, flying out of the nest, setting out to explore the world and seek out their truth, the adventure. It doesn't inhibit them. They are encouraged actually by being in that place, by embracing themselves as the Three of Fire, embarking on a new journey. They're open to everything those experiences have to offer, much more than a queen would be, right? Because a queen is used to and has expectations for certain comforts and traditions or what have you. So it's by being the Three of Fire in this new cycle, you're actually going to be much more empowered. You're going to have a broader range of experiences open up to you than if you were approaching it from this place. All right, Spirit, let's look into, I want to look into this Ace of Pentacles and why it's reversed. So let's pull, they're drawing me to this deck. Tell me why this is in the reverse, Spirit. I feel like there's something else there. Tell me about this Ace of Pentacles in reverse. What's coming in? I know that it's not quite here yet. It hasn't quite gotten here. You're sort of in this, I'm hearing the in-between cycles. Like this cycle is closing out. There's these residual energies still coming through here. But overall, leading you to a place of balance. And you're kind of like right in here, right? Before this new step. And then this is a little further down the road. So this is kind of a glimpse into the out there future. This is more approaching more quickly. So let's see, Spirit, tell us about that Ace of Pentacles. What is going to come in to support Aries as they move into the new phase of being? Tell us more about why that's in reverse. Tell us more about the pentacle being offered. So this is clarifying this Ace of Pentacles, the Seven of Swords, the Star card, and the Moon. Interesting. Okay. So Spirit is only going to help us out so much. The Moon here is indicating that this is something that's going to be that needs to remain hidden until it's the right time for you to perceive it. So what is coming in is underlying, what is blocking this offer, this divine assistance coming into the physical plane for you is some defensive energy. I'm being pulled back to this Five of Swords here. So there was, I'm getting judgment of others, so difficulty, again, in your thought space, which really has to do with the feeling of being persecuted, of maybe being fearful of speaking your truth about things. Yeah, fear, this is, swords are about you speaking one's truth and about mental clarity. And so I'm getting that what's really blocking this divine assistance coming in to really get you on this next phase where you're exploring your relationship to the divine is a fear of expressing that truth to others, a fear of the judgment of other people. There is also some healing that needs to take place before you can fully move in. So related to these past burdens, these conflicts with thank you. I'm also getting you some discontent, some lack of fulfillment in your experiences up to this point. There is some healing work that needs to continue. You need to kind of let go of all of that residual energy from what this was in order to make space to bring in the new. So a need for, and we'll look more into what will help you here, what will help you heal. But Spirit, that's as much as Spirit is willing to offer right now. That was the other thing coming through with the Seven of Swords. Some defensiveness, some feeling like you don't have everything you need, or that what you need has been taken from you. So how can you possibly move into this place? Some kind of doubt, an inability or a resistance to accepting all this as the truth for you. So that's for some of you there. And then, with this Moon card, this is something that is currently hidden. The more will be revealed. This is also a message to sort of trust your intuitive guidance. Let's get some more guidance here for Aries and check into what's going to help and support them with their healing. Tell us more about that, Spirit. Tell us more about the Star card here. What will support Aries in their healing work? What areas do they need to focus on to yield the healing necessary so that they can step into the new cycle? Tell us more about the Star card, Spirit, here for Aries. What needs to be healed? What is hidden? And I'll move these around so that we can see them. But you can still, you can still see that. I'm gonna go ahead and do this too. Just make a little bit more space for us here. All right, and we're looking at this Star card. So there's that Five of Swords. So it's conflict with others. There's the need to heal from conflict of others. Oops, I've already done this. Thank you for reminding. The Two of Cups. Okay. And the Two of Pentacles. Okay, so we got some more information about what we're healing from here, Aries. So conflict with other people. Looks like here with the Two of Cups in reverse that this is a relationship. A relationship that I'm getting a couple of threads. So for some of you, it's a relationship that has ended. It's part of the cycle's closing out. And for others of you, there's just shifts happening in your relationship. There's some kind of conflict in the past in your relationship that needs to be healed from. So for some of you, I'm getting relationship is over and that's what's closing out. For others of you, it's about that stage in this connection, the previous way that it unfolded, that you were with this connection, that it presented in the physical reality, that's something that's changing and shifting and evolving into something new, but that the relationship itself may not necessarily be going away. That's for some of you. You'll need to use your own discernment. I'm channeling for a collective. And so it's really important to take the messages as they resonate for you. Don't make something fit if it doesn't, right? But for some of you, this is a relationship that is over. There's a need to clear that energy, to heal, to practice some acceptance, to practice some forgiveness, to put down your swords, to be less defensive. You know, when we're less defensive, we open up, and clarity has a way of rushing in to be like, this is really what this was about. And the Two of Pentacles here, yeah, you are confused. There's confusion here, perhaps about this connection, about why it may have ended, or about just the shifts that are occurring, if this is a relationship that is going to continue. It's creating instability here in the physical plane. You're just imbalanced, and that's what needs to be healed. Now, this emotion and intellect card is indicating for some of you that you are already there, right? For some of you, there's this progression laid out here, and this is something that you're still working on, cultivating that balance between body and mind and spirit, because that is here on the table, even though it's not coming up here. When you balance body and mind, that third leg of the triangle of spirit will come in more readily. And right now in the physical plane, you're not very balanced. There is some confusion still. So all that needs to be released. There are a lot of really great guided meditations online for how to release negative energy, how to release hurt, how to release dissatisfaction, how to release lack mentality consciousness. I mean, just do a Google search. You'll find all kinds of stuff that will assist you in how to release what is phasing out, how to release what is no longer serving you. All right, Spirit, let's get some... I'm gonna ask. Can we get more about this moon card here, Spirit? Tell us a little bit more. Tell us more about the moon card here. And remember that these were here to clarify this Ace of Pentacles in reverse. So give us a little more about the moon card here, Spirit. Two of Swords, gotta trust. That's a very strong message here. So this, more will be revealed. Two of Swords, definitely a strong message to let go of defensive energy. You know, defensive energy. This to me is more about a perception of conflict coming at you. You know, there's a perception of what you think others will perceive as well. And Spirit's message here with the Two of Swords coming out twice here in the reading is really about trust and letting go of the need to have all the answers, the need to see what's coming down the road. Part of what creates that sense of adventure is not knowing, not having all of the answers. That's part of the journey. And they said that's it. That's all we're willing to tell you here with this. I kind of had a feeling, but it's trust. There's a reason why this is not all being revealed for you here. All right, Spirit, final guidance. I'm going to keep with this deck, they say. Oh, they say no. Pull from Crocho. Okay. I will. So final guidance, I'm hearing three for you, Aries. that was not a good shuffle. 3 for you, Aries. Spirit, final guidance for Aries. I heard 3. Pull 3. Final guidance. Four of Wands, the 9 of Cups, and the 9 of Swords. So, and this is for guidance for you. Can you see these? I'm going to move all this down a little bit just so that you can see these 3 coming in here to wrap up your reading. So guidance for you. 4 of Wands. Again, I'm an energetic reader, so I read the energies and how they all relate to each other. Guidance is, I feel more, so the 4 of Wands can indicate a commitment, a solid, marital commitment, but I feel, and the Hierophant is here, so there is that energy for some of you. But I'm feeling a lot more that the guidance is to cultivate commitment to self. And, the 9 of Cups came out right afterwards, and that's a very independent energy. And so I'm feeling for some of you, certainly guidance is to trust to set out on this new adventure, because what you're going to stumble upon is this really solid connection with another person. That is certainly here in the energy for some of you. I'm getting for others of you, and big energy coming in through my crown. So for others of you, and I'm perhaps even more of you, that it's really about creating a solid commitment to yourself, understanding that you are a powerful being, a powerful spiritual being, and that you have the ability to manifest your own fulfillment, your own happiness, your own abundance and joy. And that it begins with a commitment to self. Guidance here, with the 9, I might have said 10 earlier, 9 of Swords is, this is an energy. These are the worries. These are the anxieties. These are the things that keep you up late at night, that prevent you from resting. These are the things, all mental energies, right? Keeping you up. And but 9s are about this cycle. Again, another 9. This cycle is ending. You're at the end of this. You're moving into something new. And it's a great new adventure, and you don't get to have all the answers. And it's really about trust. When we trust the plan, right? When we trust that we are here and everything is happening for us, for our growth, for our evolution, Spirit is not going to drop you. When you trust that, all of these anxieties are going to fall away and you'll move into the new cycle. So let go of the doubt and the worry. If you find yourself waking up at night, you care for yourself, remind yourself these are just illusions that are meant to keep you off of the pathway of truth. You trust in God, because when you cultivate that trust in the divine, those fears just melt away and you step into your power, because you are assisted by the divine. I hope that these messages were helpful for you, Aries. If they were, please like, share, and subscribe. Let me know in the comments what you thought. If you're interested in a personal reading, please let me know. My information is in the description box. Otherwise, I wish you so much love and light on your pathway as you move through the end of this cycle. And I hope that you can join us here again soon. Until then, many blessings.